Hey everybody, Strider here coming at you with another SWGOH GAC video, trying to stay in Kyber 1 before the season ends. We are up against Tech Time. Unfortunately, in this bracket, he is probably the best player for me to, well, he's the best player out of all the other players. So he's the worst player for me to come up against. But, you know, it is what it is. 13.3, everything in the game. Bad batch. So he doesn't have literally the newest bad batch. And I think my advantage this time, this is the one guy in my bracket who does not have Apo and CX2. So, my Lord Vader's on defense. I did have a very tight plan for how this was supposed to go, and of course, just for little old me, it looks like he switched up his defense. So there's going to be some stuff that we're going to need to get through, but I don't think it's going to be the end of any particular worlds. But let's just get started and see how this goes. All right, I did actually bring Ray on offense specifically to deal with his Ray. He had a different setup before, but I don't think it's going to make that much of a difference. Ray is one of my easy answers to a Ray. I could be trying to Star Killer this stuff, but I've actually recently started working on my Star Killer so that I can more confidently do these kind of mediocre Rays that don't have Ezra in them. But this is what I was planning on doing anyways, so let's just give it a go. The mirror is usually pretty straightforward. We should go first. We have a 25% TM Cron. Oh, let's just give it to Baby Cal. He's the one we want to make sure stays alive forever. Let's get the... Yeah, we'll do the Armor Shred on Ray. We want to be able to do as much damage as possible there. Their tenacity down. Yeah, that's fine. Oh, drop that over on Baby Cal. Yep. That's to be expected. Good, the Lifeblood is now on Ben. I want that so that I can start whirlwinding this nest. Goodbye, nest. Exactly what we wanted. Let's put the healing immunity on Ray so that after she whirlwinds, she doesn't get her health back. That's great. Now we can recover health on our own Ray. And we are once again, wow, this is, I would say this is going nicely, methinks. Let's ult the ult. That's great, there's that. We will shred her again. I want her to die, so we'll see how that goes. Put that there. She's still got the healing immunity, that's great. Big damage, Ben is dead. Ben again, put that there. There you go. Mirror. Could have been cleaner in terms of the banners, but, you know, it's Ray. I'll take what I can get. Oh, let's take a look at Lord Vader. Old school Lord Vader, thankfully. All right, normally I use Bane with Dooku because my Dooku has higher relics, but anytime there is a Maul, I just want to reduce the possibility of Maul doing dangerous things. And so Sith Empire Trooper is here to taunt so that he can kind of soak up what it is that Maul is doing. Although I'm thinking about this. Would I rather just have the relics? Because this isn't... I'm used to Malicos being here. 1 second. Yeah, I think I am just going to do this. I don't think the extra relic matters, and I don't think Maul will necessarily even be able to kill Sith Empire Trooper, but we want to get ahead of this. Yep, there we go. Okay, Maul's dead. The whole thing was moot, but this is exactly what I was expecting to happen. I didn't think Sith Empire Trooper was necessarily even going to die, but I also figured doing this, I wasn't actually at risk of Bane dying, so whatever. Somehow this is safer than Dooku, even though Dooku wasn't that unsafe, we will say. Oh yeah, he's a tank. He comes back. Let's send him back to where he belongs. That revive, though. Lord Vader might actually get to ult before we get to do all of our shenanigans there. He's just going to die. That's unfortunate. Let's get that siphon real quick. Yep, there's that. And now this should kill the other guy. Royal Guard, as they call him. And there goes Lord Vader. He did not previously set Lord Vader, and my Bane was set aside for something else. So that's going to kind of change how things play out here. Hoping that works out for me, but we'll see. 1 sec. All right, Sith Eternal in Huat Tambor versus New Granny. New Angry Granny. Do we have anything? Decent amount of crit damage, but I don't think it's something that's going to completely annihilate Sith Eternal. Let's see if I'm a fool. We'll put that right there. And we will put that right there. That's great. And now we just need people to be deceived and take their turns and give me lots of goodies. Okay, there's that. Yep. Oh, with the foresight. You gotta love the foresight. Let's put that there. Okay, damage. Yep, damage. Nothing to do. Everybody's deceived. You just need them to take their turns. All right, all the protection is basically gone at this point, so that's really nice. It's just a matter of getting around to our turns. Uh-oh. Don't want him to die just yet, Mr. Mans. Let's get that off of ourself real quick. Okay, there's the ult. This should be fine. Just need one more turn before Granny gets upset. Zerp. There you go. Deal with them. Sith Eternal is doing something, preventing Marquise from wrecking havoc. One sec. If you can believe it, I'm actually concerned that his Han is actually just going to straight up one-shot my Nihilus. If that happens, I will be big sad. But here we go. Oh, please. No! You dare. Chewie's got to go, but they're going to be dodging the whole time. That's all fine and dandy. It's got to be Han, right? Like, he's the threat, right? Get out of here. Go away. Okay. This is relatively safe at this point, methinks. Let's do that. There's the isolate. That's all fine and dandy. Just slowly do this. Yep. Chewie's just doing his thing. This attack can't be evaded. Badunga. There you go. I guess that's one of the reasons that works, and neither can that. So that's nice. That was relatively clean. Also needed this maybe for the back wall. Part of me, perhaps aggressively, I'm hoping he gets stuck on my Lord Vader. I'm using some things that I have had set aside for his back wall because he's changed his defenses. So I can't even assume that what I wanted to use them for on the back wall is still there. But, you know, also I'm hoping he just gets stuck on my Lord Vader because unlike everyone else in this bracket, he doesn't have the new clones. Let me see what I'm going to do here. All right, it's Gas versus Tuskens. You know how this goes. Hopefully pretty straightforward here. Should be pretty straightforward here. Let's just get that daze up there. Oh dear, he already be gone. Okay, that's a decent way to start. Yeah, I don't need to do anything just yet, so we're just gonna keep going on this. Let's get those counters real quick. Hello, let's get those counters real quick. Hello. Did I miss the memo? Am I something that makes me not counter? We got counters, right? Okay. I don't need the heal, just need to do this real quick. Get that turn meter so Gas can stand. Hopefully nobody dies in the meantime. Good. He is awake, our Lord and Savior. I need to start getting these kills on the Raider so that he magically just doesn't come back for no reason, because that's what the Raider does. I am seriously trying to figure out why I am not countering anything. I have a feeling there's somehow something that I'm missing, but I've done this many times before. Everybody's 5-0 first. I'm not sure exactly what the problem is. There's a big hit. We sit down again. Very scary. Yep, there's that. I don't want to do that yet. I just want Gas to stand. Please leave my Rex alone. So my... Oh, no. Oh, no. It's a problem. I've never felt great about the Tuskens, but I'm really feeling not great about them today. Yep. I know. Put that there. Okay. Good shred. Why was I able to target him when he was taunting? What don't I know? I have a feeling Ahsoka's going to kick the bucket, and this is actually going to be a pretty gnarly situation. Oh, let's find out. Gas sits down for the third time. I'm scared. My bad Gas rears his ugly head at this point. Please don't hurt me. Not too much, at least. Oh, dear. Oh, dear. Oh, fark. Oh, this is really bad. I needed this. I needed this to work. But at least will the real Raider please stand up or sit down or whatever? I don't know. God. Okay, so there won't be a raider. Oh, it's pretty nasty. 1 second. Okay, it might look like overkill, but I don't need these for anything else immediately or what I think would be on a back wall. So we're just gonna we're gonna do what we do. We're gonna chip away at these folks. Let's try to stun the chieftain. Of course not. Why not? Of course not. He resists everything because momentum and tenacity and stuff. Let's just keep hitting the exposes. Makes me sad. Yeah. Yeah, we can get back around to Spark of the Rebellion. That's fine. Look at all those assists. He's just gonna keep keeping. There's that. No momentum here. Maybe we can... Yeah, there's a stun. That's nice. Pass it back. That's great. Just keep hitting them. Ability block. Yeah, that's something. Hit. Club again. Reduce that turn meter. Hit. At least he's dead now forever. Okay. There's not a lot to talk about. Yeah, I mean, you got to see why my gas needs some love. My gas needs love. That's it. That's all there is to it. Put that there. Put that there. Put that there. Drop that there. Drop it. If you know. Okay. Sad. Tuscans make me sad. But we killed the raider, which to some extent is really what I want from gas when that happens. So, yep. This is nice. Executor not being set with triple attacker is everything that I want for my Leviathan. So... Levy, standard, executor. Triple attacker is the only one that really has an amazing chance of getting through. And reaching contract very quickly. Without triple attacker, you might be like, why are we talking about Leviathan versus executor? I promise. It's happened before. I lose to this every day in squad arena with a high relic executor in my squad arena. It can happen. It does happen. It will happen. Tenacity up. Not a whole lot that we really care about there. Let's just put this there. Because we're not going to get any kills over there on punishing one. Do that. Yep, that's fine. Let's just heal. I care more about healing. I don't want to do a mass assist. Hopefully for obvious reasons. Put that there. That's fine, right? That's fine. We don't want to assist. That's an interesting reinforcement. We get a bonus turn. This is going to jump all of our turn meters. That's a very interesting first reinforcement. Let's put the bombs down. Need to get him dazed sooner rather than later. Don't want to do the mass assist again just yet. Lots of turn meter getting passed around. That's great. We basically just have to do that. He might be getting close to the good old Contracto. Oh, I'm annoyed because Executor is about to heal, and punishing one is the only one who could really throw a wrench into this. So actually what I'm going to do is, I know calling assist does damage, but calling assist gives him protection, but I knew I had enough damage there to just kind of fight through it. So that's fine. Not thinking too much about that. Right now all I'm thinking about is my banners over here on Malgussi. Sweating a little bit, but that's okay. In terms of who we want to insta-kill, let's just do this real quick. Yep, I'm going to get some turn meter, I know. Oh, yeah, let's just do this. That's fine. I think we can hit under protection and just kill him. Yep, there it is. That's great. Would like to get those banners back on Malgus. I think... Oh, no. Rude. This... Ah, he lived. I wanted the banners, but that's okay. Worse has happened. 74, I'll take that. It's Profundity versus these folks. Let's just 3-man it as we usually do. Yep, that's all fine and dandy. We pray for no dodges. Raise your hands up to the sky and pray. Don't dodge. Don't do it. She did not. That's great. We didn't get an assist, but that's okay. That's a really nice opener, and we are going to overkill it. You just need to make sure Ray dies here, and then there's really nothing to worry about. when Comeuppance comes in, Rebel Y-Wing has a tendency to kind of start feeling the pain, but I've never seen it die. I'm not saying it won't die. I'm just saying I've never seen it die. Crits, please. Thank you. There's my protection that I was looking for. Let's pass that back. Okay, that's great. Today, Junior. Can we get an assist? That's great. Now there's really no chance of Rebel Y-Wing dying. Yep. See? That's a lot of damage. They get all the way. Look at that. Look at that. They get all the way through his protection. That's rough, man. Call another assist. That's great. Keep recovering that protection. That's great. Let's get a little bit of a heal right there. We got a mark over there. Not that we're trying to use it. I'm going to try to go for Popo. Actually, now because he's marked, I have no choice, and I must go for Popo. Sadly. This gets us to our ult, and there is now nothing to talk about. There's the ult. There's nothing to talk about, he says, as he desperately wants to talk. That goes there. Cool. Maxi banners against ye ol' Radis. And then, last but not least, we go for fleets. Kind of sad that we already have a drop, but that's okay. Get rid of Xanadu, get rid of these. Bring in Houndstooth up front. Bring in What's-His-Face after. This is typically fine. Gonna go for Sunfac because Sunfac is just permanently taunting, whereas Hyena Bomber is not always taunting. Yep, there's that. It's fine. Oh man, the AI put the overcharge in the right spot. That's okay. We'll get there. Okay, they love going for Houndstooth because AI bad. Yep, let's do that. Get that mark. This is probably gonna, nope, not kill it, but stun it. That's fine. I can tolerate that. Let's get our counters up and running. There are the counters, and we will once again call Punishing One because Punishing One is busted no matter what it does. I find that the counters here are really useful because if they ever put the buzz droids over on, What's-His-Face? What is his face? Razor Crest. He just counters and immediately cleanses them. Let's try to get this taunt off real quick. Put that there. I probably should have marked the spy, but it's looking like that actually didn't matter. Now this is kind of an annoying point because Malevolence is about to AoE and steal banners. Yup. And so if you don't get lucky dodges, well, you just lose. So that's a new one. That's the OG Vulture droid. I think this is the best course of action. Yep, there you go. And now they're both gone. So I have been bringing all of my GL fleets on offense because I can kind of do whatever I want and guarantee a full clear, whereas because I'm still missing my Scythe, my Empire options are a little bit more limited, so to say. Let's do Slicker. Where's my Hux? Where's my Hux? One sec. You don't got to watch me pick the crown. Alright, so we know how this goes. We have a foolproof kind of strategy that we've been using lately, and I don't know, maybe I'll narrate it like I usually do. So we're going to go first. We're going to stun the Ezra. That's great. She does her squat. Hux is going to go next. We're going to clean off all those buffs, and we're going to mass assist on whoever the third member of the team is. That damage immunity is mildly annoying. That is not something that I typically plan for, but we're just going to have to kind of move on this. Yeah, I want them to... Do I care about the shock? Do I care about the shock? I think I'd rather hit the AoE and get the counters. We'll use this shock as strategically as possible. That is exactly why I want those counters. Okay, great. Now we can swipe, and that might be enough to kill both of them. Ezra is still alive. That's annoying. But let's just jump him so that we can reset our cooldowns and guarantee that even if he magically survives, we would just be able to stun him. And now we play the swipe game on Ahsoka. We might need a little bit more Siphon than this, actually. Let's just do this. Start working on ult charge. She's gonna counter and everything, but that's fine. I'm saving Rey's shock to recover some banners. I'm gonna need you to stop that, Ahsoka, by the way. Let's get to raising our Siphon. Yeah, I know. You're all feisty. You got an attitude problem. I actually want to just reset my raise cooldown so we can recover more banners and put her under stealth. She's going to ult. I don't care. Why don't I care? Because now I'm going to ult, and I get my cooldowns back. And that also resets Darkside Raze cooldowns again. Well, her shock. So I can just go in and do that. Super clean 57. Very nice. Very nice. And now... Oh, God. Oh, zombie. Zombie on the Great Mother's team. Does that change whether or not Darth Revan is going to be a good answer there? 1 sec. Okay, we're going to give this a try. So this is actually lower win rates than the usual Sith Empire team. However, I'm thinking because this zombie isn't amazing, we're just going to end up getting a death mark anyways, and I think that's okay for us. Gonna find out. I could just be wrong, for the record. I could just be wrong. So there's that on Zalbar. This is fine. I just want to do this to get the fear on Great Mothers. That's fine. Armor Shred. Let's try to get it under half so we can get that. Yes, the death mark is exactly what I was looking for there. However, oh, that's a problem. Oh, that's a problem. Oh, that's a really big problem. We might have just bombed. Oh, no. Oh, dear. Oh, that's a problem. 1 sec. Okay, kind of scared. This has to work on QA. We'll talk about Great Mothers later. Oh, gosh, maybe I should have just... So we're actually going to doom the QA because she's the lowest relic, and she has the highest chance of dying. POW is actually tankier than QA. I'm worried about them starting with turn meter and all this evasion and whatnot, but I'm hoping we can just kind of get there. I'm hoping we can just kind of get there. Great. Look at that. That is just wonderful. It actually was to my benefit that they started with turn meter because by the time it got around to Queen Amidala's turn, she had lost her foresight, which is like the best thing that can possibly happen. So we'll see. I basically kind of need this guy to get stuck on Lord Vader at this point. So hopefully that's something that happens. But, you know, sometimes it's just not how the cookie crumbles. Yeah, there's a lot going on here. You need to... Oh. He took a wee bit more damage than I was expecting him to take. Maybe he just dies. Nope. Do this. The doubt goes on the spirit. Sadness. I actually want to do this. I think this might kill him. Yep. There it is. Great. Well, that was clean. Must be nice. 1 second. All right, we're going to Balin the Mon Moth Maluthan. It is what it is. This is what we're doing. It's what's got to be. Yep, let's do that real quick. That's fine, that's fine. She's going to reduce everybody's cooldowns or increase them depending on how you look at it. I know it's tricky sometimes. That goes there. Hopefully Kyle doesn't come back. He might find his way back over here. Let's get a nice little kick. Oh, no. I goofed. He can't be defeated while this guy stands around, and Mon Mothma is looking at me like, hey, what if I revived Kyle real quick? And she just might do it. Oh, gosh. That's a problem. Yep. Oh, no. Oh, no. Can't be revived because Balin does Balin things. That's good. That's very good. Okay. We are out of problem territory and into please die territory. Please die. There we go. Okay. I am actually going to leave this here and come back tomorrow morning. I want to see where he ends up. I might be stuck on Great Mothers. I don't have a ton of answers lying around for this. Oh, while we're here, let's just see. I'm not gonna JMK it. I could JML it. I could Star Killer it. But even with Star Killer, the taunt. Yeah, we'll see. I'll think about Star Killer. I'm kind of leaning towards Star Killer, but we'll see. Hey, everybody. Checking in the next day. The show must go on. I'm going to have a little bit less energy today. I went on vacation this past week, and I thought it would be a good idea when I got back to do a 36-hour fast. And yesterday was the first 24 hours. And I was very surprised at how not bad I felt. But today, yeah, one sec. Okay, big tenacity, some health, some protection, basically just defense, trying to survive until we can get to Jabba. Today I feel the worst I've felt in like a decade of my life. I have clearly made some sort of mistake. I googled it and my symptoms pretty much check out. I mostly have a splitting headache and I'm nauseous. And the nauseous thing is a problem because I fasted for 36 hours. And so I must say, in my 30-something years on this earth, I have never been both hungry and nauseous. And it is quite the combination. So yeah, this has been something. But like I said, the show must go on. Something YouTube. But I assure you, words cannot describe how terrible I feel right now. And I'm sorry if that's depressing. Yeah, let's just do this. More shreds. This is going well, actually. Kersantin is taking a healthy amount of damage. Kersantin is taking a healthy amount of damage, and Jabba is just about at half ult, which I would say is decent progress. Okay, that's another shred. I want to reset her cooldowns. Oh, come on, man. Oh, you're killing me. I knew I should have just killed him, man. Okay, there he is. I need to get the damage in on Jabba before Cat possibly gets got. There's a shred. We're still in ult for a minute, so that's good. Do the damage, do the damage. Pass it to Kenobi. More damage. Call Cat. Good. Yeah, so it was really weird. I woke up at like 3:30 in the morning with just like the worst headache ever. And I immediately was like, oh, okay. We lose. He one-shot Lord Vader. This is a great thing to wake up to. Truly. I would love to know what he used on that. Did I put anything that is even... Yeah, no. I mean, it would be a miracle if he dropped twice now. I woke up at 3:30 in the morning with the worst headache that I've had in like forever. And I was like, oh, well, what I probably need to do is eat finally and just cave. And I was at like the 30-hour mark. And that was when I kind of realized that, do I want this? I realized that I was nauseous, which was weird because I was hungry, but I was nauseous. which makes it kind of difficult to, you know, not be hungry anymore. They don't have a lot of turn meter. I do think I want the stun on them. Oh, there's some buff immunity. Problem is this, he's gonna taunt again. And then we're gonna be stuck behind it until he dies. I hit that stagger on Great Mothers, that's good. Just get rid of Great Mothers. Morgan is next. Now we are unleashed. I don't care, I don't want to use that yet. Yeah. Okay. Great. There's that. There's that. Yeah. Should have just done this to begin with, probably. There's Great Mothers. I can't get... Oh! Yeah, baby. Look at that. Did I already use Balin? I think I used Balin, right? Yeah, I'm all out. I'm out of gas. Yeah. It's done. I'm sorry. I don't... My JML doesn't have what he needs for a JMK. Doesn't he? I mean, he doesn't, right? I don't have enough for the rest of this, right? I burned the things that I needed. Yeah. There's too much here. And I'm just trying not to barf right now. I promised you'd see every upload, but... Sorry. I'm sorry about this today. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this. I'll see you all next time.